Hello, hello. Silver Fox, what's happening? Hey, be not afraid. That was weird having a night off. But it was fun. It was good. All right. Fantastic, Bob. Tell them what they've won. You won a new car. Let's see. Do I have dog hair all over me? Not too bad. Okay. Let's see. Got my fluids. That one's almost gone. I was doing a little sim racing before I hopped on. It was Turkey Day. Dr. J, what's happening? I had a lovely Thanksgiving. My friend Steve and his wife Lena came over. They're vegetarians, so we delayed our turkey for the weekend. And we had, what do we have? Penne and eggplant parm, salad, and dessert. Pies and shit. It was tasty. It was tasty. All right. What's been going on? It's, thank goodness, the OpenAI nonsense has been quiet for like 2 days. Although, David Shapiro put out a video that kind of sheds some light on maybe some of the stuff that happened with OpenAI making big breakthroughs in AGI, which is cuckoo. It's just cuckoo. Basically, David Shapiro, what he basically uncovered is some version of they've cracked all of cryptography and everything else. They got it to do math 100% correct, which even though it's a really simple, they did it at a grade school level. The fact that it did it 100% correct is a huge deal, because it basically means that the AI is reasoning. And then they talked about this thing called Q star, and Q star is the model. Let's see. All right, let's see. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We're just getting started here. We're gonna. You can make money with ChatGPT. We're gonna do that. Your computer. What about my computer? Is it too low, too high? Let's see. No, this has got to be lower. What about my computer? I still don't understand what Q star is. Can you explain again? I will. I will do my best. Yes. It's pretty cool. And to be clear, I don't understand Q star. I had ChatGPT explain it to me, and then I watched David Shapiro, and he further explained it. So I understand it, like, I can talk about what it is conceptually, and I understand why it's a big deal and why it works. Let me, in fact, while we're doing... Oh, that's beautiful. Whoever did that, that was Forever Hooked. That was very cool. You also reached level 27. Hey, Sharebear, what's happening? Got me some hearts. Frumple sent me a heart. Sharebear sent me a heart. That's so sweet. Y'all are awesome. All right, let me try something here. Let me go to... David Shapiro.
Dinner. It's more than just a meal you make.
Irregulars, turtles. Ooh, level 27. What is that? He's almost at level 33. I don't know what happens at level 33, but I know it's good.
Fully present.
Is this where I learned the secret handshake? No, Forever Hooked. It's level 33. Sorry.
I'll show you how easy it is.
This is just like the Freemasons, buddy. A lot of secrets. Pause. Hang on. There was that one. Then there was that one. This one. Okay. All right. So we got that. That we'll talk about. And then we'll go Q star here. Q star. Grid. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. I really will. Open AI. I know I'm not showing you my screen right now. It's okay. It's going to be okay, people. It's going to be all right. I'll be there. I promise. It's going to be so good if I can just find this one graphic, which I can't find. Why not? There it is. Okay. So we got that. We got that. Okay. I can explain it now. Beautiful. Digital gods, thank you for the roses. Happy Friday night. Is it Friday night? Yes. It was Black Friday. Did you go out and shop? Did you go do your American duty and spend all your money that you didn't have? I hope you ran up your credit cards. Our economy needs it, man. Ask GPT to demonstrate Q. Yeah, actually, I mean, you probably could. Are we... Oh, Silver Fox, are we here tonight or Mighty Networks? I think we should go to Mighty Networks just because we should get in the habit of it, is my thought. So I will go to Mighty Networks right now. So the irregulars, just hop on over to the chat in Mighty Networks. Not the share cool things. Although, if you want to share cool things, share them in Share Cool Things. All right. So I'm over on Mighty Networks for the mods that are here. And then for those of you that are also here, we'll talk about that. So welcome, everybody. My name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. If you're new here, you're probably like, shouldn't he have prepared and been ready for all this before he started? Oh, no. You don't understand. The nickname of this channel is Chat ADD, and that's how we like to roll here. We make it up as we go. I like talking about this generative AI stuff, doing what I can to educate and inspire people to get curious about this stuff. All right. There we go. And if you have questions about AI, pop them in the comments below. I'm happy to demo things, answer questions, show off cool new shit I've found. My latest 2 videos on my channel are a new feature from HeyGen called avatars, which are fucking insane. You upload like a 2 to 3 minute video of yourself, and then it turns that into an avatar, like complete. Like with me, I talk with my hands a lot, so there's a lot of this going on. So it synthesizes all of that. And then you just type in words, and it makes it sound like you, and it makes it look like you, and like all my little wrinkly forehead bullshit when I'm having talks are there. So I can show you that stuff as well. But yeah, and we can talk about Q star. Q is a whole different thing. Q star is different than that other stuff. Q star is it's basically an evolved process from AI game machine learning for gaming, where the AI is sort of learning its path, basically. So it's a modified version of that. But I'll give you some history on it. Maybe I should start with that. It seems a little heavy, but screw it. Okay. So last Friday, a week ago today, holy shit. It's like a year happened. A year ago today, the board of OpenAI fired Sam Altman. If you were not paying attention, if you somehow missed that, if you're on this channel, I assume you're somewhat into AI, and if you missed that, that was a biggie. Share Bear, thank you so much. I love that one. So they fired Sam Altman. They demoted Greg Brockman from chairman to just employee, and then he quit. They appointed Mira Murati, the CTO, interim CEO. Nobody knew why. There were all sorts of rumors. It was Ilya. Ilya wanted to move slower. Sam wanted to move faster. They got in a tiff. Then Saturday, it looked like they were trying to hire Sam back, and then the employees were none too happy with what was going on. And then Saturday night, they said they had hired Emmett Shear, who was oh shit, where the hell was he? Oh, he was at Twitch. He was the CEO of Twitch, and he's sort of famous for saying he wanted to slow AI down. So that sort of fueled more of the rumors that it was the fast people versus the slow people. Then on Sunday, there were more rumors that they were going to bring Sam back, and then those talks fell apart. Then Monday, Microsoft said, "Good news, we've hired Sam and Greg and the top 3 researchers from OpenAI." And then 97 or 98% of the OpenAI employees said, "We're going to quit and follow Sam wherever he goes if the board doesn't resign." And then Tuesday, and then they started negotiating on Monday, and then it seems like they got to an agreement in principle on Tuesday, that they're going to work it out. And Larry Summers and the guy that used to run, the hell did he run? Oh, I forget. I don't know, one of the big tech companies, are going to be on the board, along with Adam D'Angelo, which there was rumors that Adam D'Angelo was the only former board member to survive the shakeup, basically. There were rumors that he was the bad guy. I guess not. Sam Altman put out a thing saying he and Adam D'Angelo had Thanksgiving dinner together yesterday. So that was the drama. And what everyone was trying to figure out was why the urgency? Like, what happened? And so there were rumors that they internally achieved AGI at OpenAI. Now, if you don't know what AGI is, it stands for Artificial General Intelligence. It's the point at which, and it's OpenAI's whole mission is to achieve AGI. And the way the OpenAI is structured is that it's a nonprofit that controls what's called a capped for-profit that they invented, which basically is you can invest in it and you can make money back, but after a certain point, all of that money has to go back to the nonprofit, which is going to be funneled to humanity. And so that's why this weird sort of non-businessy board had so much power. And so they didn't know, was it egos? Was it personal shit? Did they achieve AGI? So it's since come out. Reuters has reported on, and the information out of Silicon Valley reported on, there was a letter sent from staff to the board that said that they had made a big breakthrough using this thing called QStar. And what it appears to be is that QStar, from what I can gather, is not the large language model. It kind of sits on top of it. You got your large language model down here, and QStar is the thing kind of doing reinforcement learning for the large language model. And so QStar kind of works like this. Hang on, let me get this all right. So you got this here thing. All right. And again, I have a degree in fucking acting, people. So if you're expecting a mathematician here, back off. So in this center, you have your beginning state, and like up here, you have your goal, right? You're trying to get from here to here. And you have your beginning state, and you know what your goal is. And so you have the little numbers here. It's Q, which stands for, I think it's quality. Then you have S1, A1, state 1, action 1. So given this state, the large language model can take some amount of actions, right? It predicts, okay, given this state and this goal, here are the 3 actions I could take. And it takes one of those actions. And then what this thing does, what Q star does, is it basically gives it a score. Did it go up or did it go down? And it actually kind of reminds me of if you've ever learned anything about card counting in blackjack. You know the thing where it's like if there's face cards, like a 10 or face cards, it's a +1, and if there's these cards, it's a neutral, and if it's these cards, it's a -1. And they're sort of keeping track of, is the deck stacked basically. So it's kind of like that. So it takes an action, and then this thing says, hey, was that action, good or bad? And if it was good, it gives it a plus number. If it was bad, it gives it a minus number. And then it puts it into a new state, which is state 2. And then given state 2, it's got some other actions it can take, and it takes that action, and then it gets a score, and then it goes to state 3, and then it goes to state 4, and this kind of looks like a star. So I think that's why it's called Q star. This is based on some math called A star. And then the David Shapiro thing. So there's two videos from David Shapiro. The first one is what is Q star? Speculation on how OpenAI's stuff works. But basically, okay. So let's say the beginning state is this lower left-hand corner. Here's your starting point. And then the upper right-hand corner is this little green dot, and you're trying to get to that upper right-hand corner, right? And so given this state, you can take some amount of actions, and it takes an action, and then it gets scored, and then it takes another action. And so it's basically taking the highest probability action until it hits a block. And around here, it realizes, oh, I'm not going to be able to go straight to that thing. So I'm going to try some other actions, and based on its score, it starts diverting around this obstacle and then ultimately gets to the goal. So it's basically learning in real time, and it's prompting itself in real time to take a series of actions to get to that goal. OpenAI defines AGI as an autonomous system, right? So this is, you don't have to prompt this. It's prompting itself, and then it's scoring itself based on, is it getting closer or farther away from the goal? And it basically just keeps doing it until it gets there. So it's an autonomous system that surpasses humans. And how do they put it? At most economically valuable tasks or work or something like that. So that's what Q star is. And so apparently they used whatever version of this that they came up with on a small model with very low level math, like grade school math. Historically, they've been able to get large language models. They've improved them with fine tuning. They've gotten them to 70% or 80%, I think sometimes even 90%. But this thing apparently got it to 100%. And so once you're at 100% on math problems, the thing is doing reasoning effectively. And that's kind of what Shapiro talks about here. And the video that I would recommend you go watch, I would recommend both of these actually. So David Shapiro, his YouTube channel is Dave Shap, DAVESHAP. Watch the video on what is Q, and then watch the video on Q star. Q star is bigger than you think, possibly much bigger. And then he says AGI is definitely near. David Shapiro is also the guy that says, let's see, where is it? I don't have it here. He did a video 18 months ago called AGI in 18 months, and then he did a follow-up video. He did a follow-up video about a month ago called AGI in 12 months. So he is absolutely of the mind that we're going to hit AGI. He's written, like, who is that guy? He's written 5 books on AGI. He's got a big cognitive architecture open source project right now to build an open source cognitive architecture for AGI using whatever technologies come out. So he knows his shit. So those two videos, Bigger Than You Think and What Is Q, are worth you watching if you want to understand, what could have possibly happened that freaked everyone out enough that they fired Sam Altman, knowing that it would be a shit show. So, crazy. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it so crazy? Thank you, Donald Altman. It's so crazy. Carl, that's so crazy. That's crazy. So the computers are smart? That's so crazy. That's crazy, Kyle. Hey, Kyle. Do you think they have feelings, Kyle? All right. Oh, thank you very much, TikTok hat. Hey, Ron, how are you? Good to see you, sir. Sam Altman said in his New York Times interview that AGI is a dumb name for it. Yeah, so is artificial intelligence. But what are you going to do? What do you think happened? I don't know. I'm just, listen, this channel for the past week became Chat TMZ. The only thing I'm doing at this point is speculating. Although it does seem like there's actual reporting that said that some sort of letter was sent to the OpenAI board that said something about making some sort of fucking progress, and then Sam Altman got fired. So there is a reported chain of events. But there are enough plausible conspiracy theories that it's just, at this point, I don't know. Why this is a big deal, if you go look at OpenAI's charter, one of the things in the charter is OpenAI gets to determine when they've achieved AGI. And when they achieve AGI, the licensing deal with Microsoft does not apply to it. So you got ChatGPT 4, you now have ChatGPT 4.5, this multimodal thing that we get to play with. If you haven't played with the new ChatGPT, it's remarkable. Microsoft's got full licensing, whatever their deal is, their licensing deal is for their $10 billion investment. That's all on the table, right? The minute OpenAI declares we've got AGI, the technology from that point forward is no longer part of the deal. Because the goal of the nonprofit of OpenAI is to achieve AGI and make it for the benefit of humanity. So if they've actually hit it, or if they're within spitting distance of hitting it, it's a very, very significant thing commercially. It's a very, very significant thing for the nonprofit. It's a very, very significant thing for humanity. If you go watch the David Shapiro one on why this is a big deal, one of the things that he basically, there's sort of some hints of, there was a QAnon, or not a QAnon, there was a 4chan, there was a letter posted to 4chan, a redacted letter posted to 4chan, which is what David talks about in that last video, that basically says that what they've been able to do is crack 192-bit cryptography, which, if that's true, That's a big deal. Because 192-bit cryptography is not supposed to be able to be cracked. Like with the world's fastest supercomputers, it's like decades to crack, one encrypted message. And apparently, however this thing's doing what it's doing, it's done stuff like that. Now, that is total fucking speculation. It was on 4chan. It's possible that someone just made that shit up. But David Shapiro, goes through the letter that was posted to 4chan, pulls up white papers that were doing similar kind of research. So, again, listen to him, not me, and just pay attention to the space. There's nothing we can do about it. We can just keep making our GPTs. I did a really cool GPT today. So a buddy of mine called me up that I'm working with, and he said he's got a friend who works for a government agency. And the government agency passed a law in 2016 to completely revamp how they do what they do. And so it's taken them years to start rolling this out, and it's finally rolling out. They've built the technologies, and there's this one woman that he knows that she's like the woman that knows everything about this transition. And so all she does all day is people call her up and ask her questions. Well, when's this going to happen? When's that going to happen? What am I supposed to do? So I talked to him for about 5 minutes. He gave me the URL for the government agency for this transition project. And he gave me 3 different transcripts from workshops she did. And I tossed it into a GPT, and I basically made a virtual her that reads from the website of this government agency. Here's all the latest shit on this transition. Uses her tone of voice, and you can basically ask it anything about this massive government thing. It's fucking astounding. So I did that today. So it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, Carl. It's crazy. Oh, hey, Mark. Oh, hi. Do. Unfortunate choice of the letter Q. Yeah, I agree with that. It's just, unfortunately, it's a programming thing, because there was A star, and A stood for probably action, and this is Q star. I think Q stands for, I think he said quality. But basically, the Q is the score of, is it doing good or is it doing bad? Here's my possible actions. I take an action. It gets scored, good or bad, mathematically, and then the Q score changes, right? So I think it's the quality, the quality of its path, basically. Again, I could be very wrong, people. I could be very wrong. There could be mathematicians in here right now going, he's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know shit. People are listening to him? What's he, an ex-actor? Good God. So if that's happening, that could be in the comments right now. So if you're in there trolling me in the comments, good on ye, mate. Use that Stanford degree. Copilot has feelings. Copilot is just... Sydney is very sensitive. She's oversensitive. Had to apologize to Copilot. Go to Eric Former. Am I late? Yes. Yes, you're late. Don't ask me what AGI is. I just explained it. Artificial General Intelligence. Someone wanted to speak to the manager. What do you... Sir, may I inquire? Yeah, go on. Yes, I see what you're doing here. Yeah, fantastic. That was rather lovely. Fantastic. Could I ask, sir, what are your qualifications? I had an experience like that with a flight attendant on a British Airways flight. We got British Airways as a client when I was doing agency.com back in the 90s. And so we flew for free, right? And what I didn't know is that when you fly for free, everyone, all the flight attendants on the flight know that. And they, on your boarding pass is whatever codes that tell you that, you're an employee of British Airways or whatever it is. And so I forget what I was wearing. I was wearing jeans. I was wearing jeans. I was sitting in first class, British Airways first class, which is good. And I was wearing jeans with a nice shirt and a jacket. I didn't look like a total fuck up. And so I got up to go to the bathroom, and she goes, "Oh, rather, very, very good to see you." Yeah. She goes, "Yeah, so what do you do?" And she was asking me what I did, and I said, "Oh, I work for this company," and then, and she said, "Oh, rather, very interesting." And I thought she was totally like, excited about what I did for a living. So I'm going on, and she goes, "Yes. Well, normally, if we're going to fly, on whatever the free ticket was," she goes, "Normally, if we're doing this and we're going to sit in we're going to board the plane or whatever," she goes, "normally we like to wear smart pants." She totally just slapped me down. Oh man, I thought she was all excited about what I did, and then she was just like, "You fucking schlub, dress nice, you fucking American." Pretty much what she said. ChatGPT 5 exploded. Elon is in the news, wrote a letter demanding OpenAI formally announced they've achieved a breakthrough. Yeah, I know Elon is pissed about what they did. They were supposed to be open, but at this point he's a direct competitor of them. So Elon sort of went a little bit of scorched earth with Sam when it wasn't clear that they had worked things out. Elon sent a letter from like 5 years ago, like, "Here's something Sam did." So Elon right now I don't disagree with him. If they have discovered something, we should know about it. We should absolutely fucking know what happened on Friday that got Sam fired. I agree with that. But Elon's motives right now, because he's got a competitive company and he's him, is, he's also the one that called for a 6-month pause on AI research, and then a week later ordered 10,000 GPUs to start up his AI competitor to OpenAI. So, I don't trust the guy on some of those issues. Is he going to get shit done? Absolutely. And apparently, by the way, Grok is supposed to launch next week for Twitter Premium, the $16 a month Twitter. It's supposed to launch next week, integrated into Twitter, into X. So in your little sidebar where you've got like notifications and shit like that, you're going to have a large language model that pulls Twitter data into the answers. So that should be next week. Because why would we want a week off where something dramatic isn't happening? If in fact they did, I'm diving into AI big time over break and Mighty Networks. Awesome, forever hooked. Yeah, let me show you. Let me AI world, and you don't know where to start. Do mods have the holiday off? Mods, listen. As far as I'm concerned, the mods are doing, bang up work. Oh, that's so cool. Look. Really nice AI learning lab. These are being shared on the Mighty Networks, which I'll talk about in a second. Who did this one? That was Ted Looks at Life. And then the AI learning lab, singing the Christmas carols. That's about how big the lab is. They're all just sitting off here to my left. They're a lovely bunch of people. Nice and diverse. I don't know how you did that. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss a chance to correct Kyle on math? You did, Pate, but you heard me say it. You heard me say it before. So whatever maths I was incorrectly describing, I described them the exact same way. Okay, if you have not played with ChatGPT, go there right now, chat.openai.com, and just start playing with it. All right? Just start playing with it. The British Karen. She was a British Karen. She just lured me in. Oh, that's very lovely. What do you do? Oh, that's so interesting. Well, normally, if we work for British Airways, we wear smart pants. Go to Eric Farmer. If you don't want my emails, just let me know. Otherwise, please enjoy. No, they're fine. Keep sending them. I don't always know it's you because it seems your name here and the name I get emails from are not always the same. And it seems like you might have 2 or 3 different emails or a group of people you send things to. So I don't always know it's you. So maybe just put in the subject line that it's you, and then I will know. Let's move my emails to Mighty Networks. What is Elon Musk doing in Israel? I have no idea, 0 idea, but there are a lot of technologists over there and probably some researchers. No, she didn't say trousers, Vicky. She said smart pants. It was very pants. Normally we wear smart pants. Which, as an American, I didn't know what a smart pant was. I knew what a trouser was. but it was very clear to me that whatever I was wearing were not smart in any way. I don't care if Elon is launching. Ask Jeeves. I ain't paying for it. Can Kyle talk without his hands? Let's try for 60 seconds. Absolutely not. Move you face cam. What? Oh, this? Oh, because you want to see that thing? Yeah. So this was just notes I took from the developer day. So all the bullet points down here are what was announced 2 weeks ago on Monday. They're not all that relevant, but so if you don't know, ChatGPT is like a consumer application. It was developed using OpenAI's APIs, and that's what the developer playground is. Platform.openai.com/playground. That's where the developers go and play. You can go there and you can use the developer playground kind of like you use ChatGPT, and you can even make things that are kind of like the GPT agents. It's a thing called an assistant model. And there's all sorts of switches and dials back there. So if you want to learn about how this shit actually works and what you can kind of tweak, there's documentation on how the APIs work and all sorts of shit you can do back there. But that's that. So anyway, but if you're just new to this stuff, don't worry about that one. Just go to that one. I had that sort of covered up on purpose, but that's fine. Okay, so get ready now to. I'm gonna go through some things really quickly, and then I'm gonna talk about the AI Salon. So get ready to do some screenshotting. So I'm just going to go through a series of screens that I think, these are things that I think are worth you paying attention to. If you want, okay. Why do I go live every night here for multiple hours? Because I think it's really important that all of us get as curious as possible about what's happening. What are these tools? What do they make possible? What are they good at? What are they not good at? So everything I'm about to show you are things that I think are worth you getting curious about. They're worth you putting time into just to understand what's coming. There are thousands of these things. And quite frankly, ChatGPT at this point is not just a single tool. It's about 7 or 8 different tools. It's 7 or 8 different modes of working, each one of which is a whole rabbit hole into itself. So if you did nothing else but spend time on ChatGPT, you couldn't exhaust it. But last Friday was evidence that if we get too reliant on any single tool and something happens to that tool, like, say the company explodes, which it almost did, narrowly avoided, you should probably know what your options are. So the kind of top 4 after ChatGPT are Claude, Grok, Bard, and Copilot. So Claude, the OpenAI board tried to merge with Claude and get the CEO of Claude to run OpenAI. That was on Saturday. It's a bunch of ex-OpenAI people, and Claude is probably the most direct competitor right now to ChatGPT. Grok, like I said, looks like it's launching next week. Bard is Google's ChatGPT competitor. It's not as good, but as of, I think, last week, it's now got all of YouTube indexed in it. So you can ask Bard about YouTube videos. You can give it a YouTube video and it will tell you all about it. It's amazing. Well, it's not amazing yet. It's the beginning. I have a feeling when Bard goes multimodal, you're going to be able to pull up clips of videos from across the YouTube network, which is going to be remarkable. And then Copilot is Microsoft's rebranding of Bing Chat, which was it's built on GPT-4, but Copilot is their brand for GPT-4 being incorporated in everything they do. But copilot.microsoft.com is the standalone, like, free ChatGPT 4. Why isn't Bard available in Canada? Any ideas why? Just for whatever deals they have, either with the government or with businesses or whatever it is. I don't know, Dennis. I don't know. It's or Denise. I don't really understand all the international laws and things like that, but it's got to do with business deals. Grok is Elon Musk's ChatGPT competitor. Okay, screenshot this one. Here's the next 4. These are also large language models. So Pi, and download the Pi iOS app. You can put it into conversation mode and talk to it. It's really interesting. What happened? What is going on? Oh, there we go. Perplexity, good for research. It does what are they called? Citations. So good for that. Poe, you can play with lots of different models. Poe also is the company is Quora. The CEO of Quora is a guy named Adam D'Angelo. Adam D'Angelo was one of the rumored ousters of Sam Altman. But Adam D'Angelo is still on the OpenAI board, and apparently Sam and Adam are okay because they had Thanksgiving dinner together last night. But Quora, Poe's bot systems, their bot builder system, is eerily identical to what OpenAI has built with their GPTs. And I assume there was some tension over that, but that's really interesting. Here's image creation, so take a screenshot of those. DALL-E 3 you can use inside Microsoft's Copilot or inside ChatGPT 4. Midjourney, you still have to build stuff on Discord, but it's the highest quality. Leonardo is good if you like switches and dials. And then Firefly is good if you work for a company. You should understand all of these, at least to the level of, what are they good at? Video creation, Runway ML, Moon Valley and Pika Labs are all kind of text to video. Visla is like a sort of corporate stock video creator, which is interesting. And then HeyGen and DID are both synthesized people talking. And let me show you.
Hey, it's Kyle Shannon with the AI Learning Lab. There are some days I just don't want to turn on the camera, days where I don't even want to get out of bed. Well, good news. We now live in a post-sci-fi world, and I can just type up this script and select my avatar of choice. This is one from a video I recorded about a year ago. You might be wondering.
So this is not me talking. I just typed this into I uploaded a 2-minute video, which was a video of me, wearing that shirt, with that background and that hair. And then I just typed in this script and it's doing all that. It's doing all the movement. And then this one is
it's Kyle Shannon.
Same video, but I actually recorded this audio. So the previous one was synthesized version of me. This one is a recorded version of me, but I only recorded an MP3, just audio. I didn't record the video. With the AI Learning Lab. So the previous video on my timeline is an avatar generated with HeyGen,
where I didn't say the words. I just typed in a script and it synthesized my voice. And
notice, oops, what did it do? What did I do? Like it does stuff like, whatever wrinkles in my forehead when I talk, it maintains all that. I missed something. What and where is Mighty Network? No more Discord. So we soft launched. So hang on. So Becky, go to. Where am I going? Go to this URL. aisalon.mn.co. So that's Mighty Networks. The guilds and the primary discussion are going to shift from Discord to Mighty Networks. You're still going to be able to make images on the Discord, and if you want to geek out and things like that, there's going to be sort of a minimal presence on Discord, but the community is migrating over to Mighty Networks. And look, there's our new logo. So anyway, I'll come back to that. Let's see. Where's... So anyway, so these synthesized videos we're done with HeyGen. Could you please approve my Mighty Networks irregulars? Why, yes. Yes, I can. You're all caught up. It seems like somebody let you in. I have a feeling Bradley is over there letting people in. You should be good to go. All right. Let me know if you're not, but it looks like you're approved. Okay, Perplexity is great. Let's go back to this here stuff. So here's the video stuff. So the thing I just showed you was HeyGen. So HeyGen is absolutely worth exploring. They do translations into like 14 different languages. They do those avatars like I just showed. It's remarkable. It's not cheap. It's like $2 a minute. I think you pay $30 a month and you get 15 minutes or something like that. So it's not cheap, but for what it's doing, for doing, full-on synthesized stuff or translating your video into some other language accurately and well, we need a channel monitor to spit out the live minutes. Yeah, that would be nice. Someone was talking about that's a possible thing to do. It's me. I'm approving. Oh, Vicky. Awesome. Thank you. Great. Beautiful. Thank you, Vicky. We got mods everywhere. All right. So I am in the irregulars right now. Okay, whatever worked for me. It was Vicky that worked for you. Hey, guys. I'll come back to the... I'll come back to the salon in a second and talk about that. Okay, that's video. Here's music and audio. 11 Labs, you can synthesize your voice. That's what HeyGen uses to do that voice synthesis stuff. It's actually 11 Labs under the hood for the voice synthesis stuff. Suno will make songs of like, you give it a topic, it writes the music, it plays the music, it writes the lyrics, it sings the lyrics, and it mixes it all together. That's Suno. And then Refusion is similar, and SoundDraw is like a loop composer, but all AI powered. And then here's some 3D world stuff. So screenshot that. And then here are people you should be following. David Shapiro right now on this Q-Star stuff, all the math stuff. Follow him. He's been thinking about AGI for years. He's building a big AGI open source project right now. He's working on agent swarms, open sourced, and he seems to have his head around what's happening and why it's significant in OpenAI. Okay, Ethan Mullock. Brilliant guy. Paul Raitzer and Rachel Woods, if you're in business, follow them. Trying to think what else. If you're a subscriber to the channel here, you get access to the Irregulars channel, which is a private channel in the community. It also supports the channel. And what else? Oh, there's also in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, I've got a series that you can also support the channel by picking up the series. And it's a series of videos that talk about why I think AI is actually underhyped. So there's, I don't know, 17 or 18 videos in that series. And it just talks about how large language models work, why they're significant, how they compare to the early days of the web, things like that. And I think that's about it. So let's talk about the Salon here for a second. So the Salon, the AI Salon, I put together. Our next meeting, which is on December 5th, is our 1-year anniversary. So I started this group the week after ChatGPT came out. Because when it came out, I lost my fucking mind. And I'm like, holy shit, everything's different. Oh my God. It's one of those. I had a similar epiphany in 1994 with the World Wide Web. And so when I had that same kind of epiphany with this AI stuff, like I haven't had one since. And I didn't think I'd have one in my life again. And then when I saw ChatGPT, I realized, like everything's different. No one knows it yet, but everything's changed. And so I put together the AI Salon as a way to surround myself with people that were geeking out on this stuff and were curious about it and trying to figure it out. And you know, recognizing that the launch of ChatGPT marks a new era in AI. Before ChatGPT, it really was for mathematicians and researchers and scientists. ChatGPT basically made the power of machine learning and artificial intelligence and neural networks available to the rest of us. And that's kind of what this channel's about. And that's what the Salon's about. And so the little text down here at the bottom, we're also geeky. We're nerds, man. We're nerdy. The AI Salon is a ragtag group of misfits, ne'er-do-wells, and miscreants who've gathered to explore the uncharted wilderness of generative AI. We are everyone from entrepreneurs to educators, from healthcare workers to creatives, and everyone in between. And so it's a group of people that are choosing to go on this adventure, right? They're choosing to go on, this crazy adventure and figure out this AI stuff together and support one another. And one of the things that's really important to me, I want to grow this group. So that URL is the Mighty Networks thing. But what I want you to do is I want you to go to, where is it? I want you to go to this page. It's called About the Salon. And it talks about, who we are. I just read that, why we're here. And then it talks about our values. So our values are things like curiosity. I want people that are curious. Generosity. This is a big one. I want people that as they're learning are sharing what they're learning. And if you're going to join the network, when you introduce yourself, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. Tell us where you are on the AI adventure. Are you just starting? Is it like you're like, holy crap, like everyone's talking about this, I don't know what it is? Or have you been in it for 30 years and you're cynical and jaded and bitter? Cool, great. But share that. And then as you learn stuff, share that with people. Exploration is one of our values. We want people that are exploring and adventurous and curious and want to move beyond their comfort zone. We want people that are collaborative. We want people that are inclusive. Like people are going to be coming from all walks of life. One of the things that is almost identical to the mid-90s with the World Wide Web is that nobody knew what the World Wide Web was. So everyone came from some other profession. You couldn't get a degree in it like you can now. Generative AI is the same way, right? You can get a degree in machine learning and artificial intelligence, but whatever this thing is, this generative AI that ChatGPT and the Midjourney and Stable Diffusion, all these image generation tools, all this stuff that's this generative AI stuff that we get to play with. How do you play with that in your business when it potentially disrupts your entire business? So we want people that are inclusive, and the last one is empathy. We want people that recognize that this is scary for a lot of people, and people are going to be scared. People are going to be angry. And so I want a group of people that give a shit about one another and don't just come in and kind of blast everyone a new asshole because they didn't, they don't understand some math equation, right? Because it's not about that. It's about people. It's about connecting. It's about community. So if you resonate with those values, then come fucking join us. And if you don't, that's cool too. And it doesn't cost anything. If you're sitting there going, I was just trying to make money on this thing. No, it's free. In fact, we're trying to, we were going to charge for guilds, and then that didn't seem to be popular with people. So we're basically doing a sponsorship and a donation model. So if you want to donate, you can donate. If not, if you want to sponsor a month, you can sponsor a month. But it doesn't cost you anything to be a part of it. But it does cost you like following those values and being a contributing human being. All right? So that's that. All right. All right, Dan. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. I want to join now. All right, great. I think there's a bunch of people. Yeah, it looks like a bunch of people just joined. Go join. And I think Vicky is helping let people in. Yes, Vicky, you rock. You're awesome. So here's one of the things. I do these lives every night. There are a bunch of people. Dang, you got to be human now? I know, Lunashtick. It's exhausting, isn't it? That was the thing with Discord. We get, Sherber. With the Discord, you could be behind your gamer tag and be all like anonymous. And now we like want you to be human. It's like, it's a pain in the ass. I know. But there are a remarkable group of people that show up here every night with me, and they've named themselves the Irregulars, and they're fucking awesome people. And a lot of them mod here, and they're learning a lot, and they're reinventing themselves, and it's a really inspiring, generous group of people. So that's a lot of the people that you see, saying stuff, and the mods. They're helping sift through all your comments. How do you become an irregular? Just show up. Like, why would you show up here night after night? Because here's the most important thing about my role in this community is that there are no experts right now. One of the reasons I started this was because I was just trying to learn shit, and there's so much to learn, and it's moving so fast that my brain was always full, and I couldn't process it. And I selfishly kind of started this channel just as a way to get the shit out of my head. Loving the vibes and energy. Oh, thank you so much, Otto. I appreciate that. And then a funny thing happened on the way to the forum is that people started showing up and they're like, yeah, I'm trying to figure this out too. And like, or I don't know anything. Can you tell me how to do this? And so I'd show them how to do that. And I'm basically teaching what I'm learning on the fly. But I can, if you've been here more than once, I mean, in the past month, I went from thinking I had a pretty good handle on ChatGPT and how to use it and what it was. And then they introduced GPT Vision where it could see, and they introduced DALL-E 3 where it could do images in the context of a chat, and they introduced Code Interpreter. That was there for a bit. And then 2 weeks ago, they rolled those all together into this single tool called ChatGPT. It's a completely different tool than it was a month ago. And now it looks like, now they fired Sam Altman and rehired him and fired him and rehired him and fired him and rehired him. Whatever the fuck happened over that weekend. And so it looks like it's going to change again. And next week we get Grok, which is the Twitter version of ChatGPT. And at some point in January or February, we're going to get Google's Gemini, which is supposed to be some big-ass thing. So it's all changing all the time. And so this channel is really just like me, like, trying to fucking figure it out with people that are also trying to figure it out. And what's been happening, shopping with the wife, getting stern looks. I get the stern looks a lot. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? I got a deal. We got things to do. We got people to see. So yeah, be a part of this community. It's an amazing community. It really is. Better than TV. Oh, thank you very much. TikTok is the new TV. Actually, it is. I learned so much from you. Andy something. I like it when you wear solid dark colors. You can see the comments easier. Yeah, I know. I try to be cognizant of this, but sometimes I just have on a nice shirt and I forget it, and it's got patterns on it, and it's not good. But yeah, I'll try to keep that going. All right. Let's see. How to chat with sheep. That's great. You haven't wait. Oh, that's great. Haven't gone down that rabbit hole yet. I like it when you wear solid dark colors. It's always a great time. It's a fantastic time, Bob. Shopping with wife. I find it sad how people pay money for AI prompts to use. Yeah, listen. What the unfortunate thing right now is that there's a couple of things happen why people are paying for prompts, Becky. One is the geeks got to label the term. And so they called it prompt engineering, right? Because they're engineers and it's prompt engineering. And right now, you actually do kind of have to, like if you're on Midjourney, it's kind of like programming with English, right? Or with whatever your language is. And if you're in ChatGPT, there's ways to get it to do stuff that's gooder. And they call it prompt engineering. The thing that, the disservice that does is that regular human beings think like, I can't do that. I'm not an engineer. I can't do engineering. And it's not that. Oh, Lunastick, like and share. Yeah, do me a favor, if you would. Share this live so we can get some more people in here. And if you'd follow the channel, follow my channel. I'm trying to build the following and join the community. What else? But anyway, the definition of what prompting is changing in real time, right? Because you can use an image as a prompt now. There's a thing called DALL-E round tripping, where you upload an image, you have ChatGPT describe the image, you then use that description to have it make an image with DALL-E, you then have it describe that image, you then have it make another image, and you just do that like 5 times, and it does crazy things. Show Uncle Kyle some love. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, AI Learning Lab-TT. Thank you, Share Bear. Yeah, AI Learning Lab-TT is where I've got recordings of these. I am woefully behind on uploading them. I've got TikTok was weird today. I couldn't download anything today. I learned so much from you. And the Discord, AI ChatGPT, is moving so freaking fast. Nature's blessing. This thing I made today for this government agency, this poor woman that everyone calls her, what am I supposed to do? Like, I made it in 5 minutes, and it's good. Did you see what Signal's CEO said about ChatGPT, calling it AI bullshit machines? Yeah, anyone... There are a bunch of CEOs right now going, this is all bullshit. It's just, it all hallucinates. It's all bullshit. It's, okay. They clearly haven't used it. There's this one woman CEO that was just like talking about how it was just, useless parroting probability machine bullshit. Technically, she's correct, but she clearly hasn't used it. Technically, what ChatGPT is a fancy calculator. It's what it is. It's not sentient. It doesn't have consciousness. It doesn't even know what it's fucking typing. But that doesn't mean it's not absolute fucking magic, what it does. And it's beyond magic. It's profoundly powerful. There are so many groups that share prompts, and you fill in the blanks to learn. Yeah, and be not afraid. The other thing that's going to happen is, and it's starting to happen with the GPTs, is when you make a GPT, you're not actually writing your prompt. You can go in the back end, and if you're a good prompt engineer, you can prompt engineer your GPT. But that's not the way they built them. How they built them was, you say, I want a GPT that gives me comfort food recipes. And I'm going to upload a PDF of my grandma's recipes from the 1940s. Because I come from a long line of white trash stock. and it does all the prompting. It builds you that bot. And even though it shows you the prompt that it wrote, it's not showing you the whole prompt. It's doing a lot of engineering on the back. It's doing a lot of prompt engineering without you having to do it. And what they're talking about with Q-Star, with this gamification engine that's sitting on top of this large language model that they seem to have some version of it that's a breakthrough. It's prompting itself. It's an autonomous system. Autonomous doesn't require you to prompt shit. It requires you to give it a goal. And then it's going to go do it on its own. I consistently get 60 to 80% of the copy I want to write. With round tripping, text prompts 90%. So round tripping, so you can do round tripping with text prompts as well. Yeah, that's really good point. When you do something with ChatGPT, if it gives you something that's a piece of shit, tell it it's a piece of shit. Or even say, hey, ChatGPT, look at what you wrote and tell me how you'd improve it. And then it'll tell you how it would improve it. And then you go, okay, improve it. And it will. It's amazing. It's amazing. Ted looks at life, stating the obvious, the TikTok dumpster fire. Oh, man. Gordon leaning in heavy on the llama memes. There's a lot of... So some of the core animal memes within the AI Learning Lab are turtles. I like turtles. Llamas, because of llama too, and they're cute. Show round tripping, maybe? Yeah, I can do that. And then hedgehogs. And gummy bears. Technically not an animal, but with AI you can make them dance and do shit like that. Let's go do a little bit of round tripping. I'll show a little bit of ChatGPT. I was also thinking I might start. Tell me what you think about this. This is for irregulars and subscribers. I was also thinking that I might start doing like half an hour, 45 minutes live, and then flip over and do like deep dives for subscribers, like a subscriber only live, where we do like a lot of the hands-on stuff there. I was thinking about doing that, so I might experiment with that. Let me know what you think about that. Again. So here we are at ChatGPT.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
If you haven't seen ChatGPT before, or if you haven't really dug into it, you're going to want to sign up for the wait list for GPT-4. It's not available to everyone right now because when they announced all the new features on their dev day 2 weeks ago, their servers got buried. And so they're apparently scaling them up. Now, some of the conspiracy theories is that it had something to do with them achieving AGI. I doubt it's that. I have a feeling it's just their servers got hammered. But I don't think they're accepting new ChatGPT-4 memberships. There are people selling their GPT-4 accounts on eBay, though. So you can go to eBay and overpay for someone else's GPT-4. The $20 a month that GPT-4 is at OpenAI is like, it's the easiest $20 I'll ever spend. Like, what this thing does is absolutely remarkable. All right, so let's just go in. So So let me give you a little bit of primer on just prompting in general. So in general with prompting, it's unlike a Google search where you just want to put in one thing and get back all the answers. ChatGPT does better if it has more context. So if you give it more information, it does better. And as weird as it sounds, if you give it a role, if you say, hey, I want you to be an expert on blank, it gets better at that. So let's see. I want you to act as an expert on the Department of Housing and Urban Development and help me understand the new legislation that's going to modernize the organization, period. I want to understand what are the key deadlines in the coming 6 months and what I need to do to prepare for that, period. Is that something you can help me with? So sometimes when I prompt on here, I'll say please and thank you, and then sometimes I'll say things like, "Do you understand?" or "Is that something you can help me with?" And people make fun of me, but what you find when you work with ChatGPT is that it talks a lot like a remote employee. So it's kind of like you're working with a person, and it's also infinitely patient, infinitely smart, and some of the research is showing that the more nice you are to it, for lack of a better term, the better it is. It actually gets better. So I find myself thanking it. I'm like, "Oh, great job! Yeah, I love that one." Doing things like that, and it apparently does good. Okay, so let's see. So it gave me a lot of stuff here. So new actions. So the FTC is going to collect information, blueprint for renters' bill of rights, resident-centered housing challenge, housing opportunities through modernization act, HOTMA. The effective date is January 1st, 2024. So this is the thing that's coming. Preparations for adaptation. You'll also notice, you might have noticed when I asked it, it went off and it started searching Bing. It started searching the internet. So a lot of this information, it went to the internet and found. It's not just relying on what's in its model. So let me see. Let me try a thing here. Give me a table that compares the way things were run before and how they will be run under HOTMA. Not Hot Mama, HOTMA. So if you've never seen it make a table before, it can make tables comparing concepts. So income inclusion, before HOTMA, different rules for income calculation, after clarification on the rules, foster children and adults. So it's doing this back and forth. So now, one of the things I could do with round tripping is I could now say to ChatGPT, oh, and by the way, when I'm hitting this thing and it's transcribing my voice and I'm talking, that's not ChatGPT. It can do that on the iOS app. This is just a Macintosh accessibility thing, so you don't have to watch me type. But what I'm going to say for the round tripping thing is I'm going to say, that's great. Can you analyze what you put in the table and suggest ways to improve the information that's there? Analyzing a comparison table, more specific examples, quantitative analysis, clarification on implementation challenges, impact assessment, policy context. So it's giving me lots of ideas. So it says, by enhancing the table with these elements, the information would not only be more comprehensive, but more practical. And so now I'm going to say, that's great. Can you go ahead and make some of your recommended changes for me? And then it will. So you can also do this with images. So let's see. before Hotma, with Hotma implementation, impact and context, right? So it's added a third column here talking about the impact and context. I'm going to try one more thing here. Great. Okay. So now I'm going to say, boy, that's terrific. Period. Is it possible for you to include hyperlinks to documents that explain the concepts you're describing, especially in the Hotma column? I'm glad you found it useful. However, I'm unable to include hyperlinks, but I can guide you. Let's see, but it hasn't done any. Rather than hyperlinks, can you provide citations for the information you've provided within the table? Might be able to do that. Certainly, here are the citations. What is the web address of that document? So it gave me National Center for Housing Management, HUD compliance. There you go. So it gave me that. So you can do that kind of stuff. Let me show you another kind of round tripping we can do. So basically this idea of just going back and forth in a conversation like this is going to feel like a new way of working. Are you in favor of deep dive for irregulars and subscribers? I think that's live. But I don't have a way to turn that on. Do I? No. That was weird. So that survey popped up, but... Oh, there we go. Boom. Come on. All right. We got 2 minutes. So it's a survey. So what I'm thinking about doing is I go live nightly. I tend to go live for about 2 to 3 hours. And it's usually a mix of, just talking about stuff, setting stuff up. And then I'll usually deep dive on someone's question, or I'll deep dive on a particular tool. And so what I was thinking about doing was doing subscriber only deep dives, basically. Like I'll do like an hour, just for everyone, and then do a deep dive for subscribers. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. We got a minute left. So feel free to vote on that. And if you don't care, that's cool too. Got a minute left. Looks like it's about 50-50 right now. Now leaning a little more yes. 30 seconds left. Yeah, let me know if you think doing a subscriber only, more substantive thing where I can kind of geek out. Because the problem is, when it's just everyone, I don't know who's in the audience. If it's subscribers, I know you've been here before. I feel like I can dig in without having to explain so much. That's sort of my thinking there. 9 seconds left. All right, it looks like it's about 2-1. 2-1 in favor of it. All right, I'll think about it. I'll experiment with it. Kavruno, my vote is yes, something. I don't see the poll. Oh, that's weird. TikTok is just such a janky piece of shit. Strange. Where to vote? I don't know. Mods can't vote. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe better to do it on the AI Salon. Maybe, but I'm already doing like 3 hours a night. I can't do 3 hours a night here and then do something different on the Salon. But maybe that would be good. The results: 62% yes, 37% no. Poll is done. There's a yes from Audra. No, I meant the poll on the saloon. Oh, on the salon. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Yeah, I'm just getting to understand how the Mighty Networks works. So that's actually a good idea to do polling over on Mighty Networks. Subscriber only. Ted bringing it to reality here. I don't like this subscription on TikTok. It's easier to subscribe. Is it easier to subscribe on Mighty Networks? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I think. Well, there's the private space on Mighty Networks. Yes, because the Irregulars channel is a private space on Mighty Networks, so it could be something. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. The exclusive live could be on the Salon. What's nice about that is I can go live on desktop, and it can be a bigger experience rather than having to look at TikTok screen. Because TikTok screen is so tiny. It's so tiny. It's just tiny, you know? They say that size doesn't matter, but it's so little with my old eyes, I can't see a thing. I think size matters.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
What is Mighty Networks? So Mighty Networks is, okay, so we've got this thing called the AI Salon, an extension of it. This is a community that I created a year ago. And we meet every other week, and the online community was on Discord, and now we're moving to this thing called Mighty Networks, which is a web-based community management platform. So aisalon.mn.co is the address for Mighty Networks, so you can join there. Eek, TikTok doesn't like it when people promote subscriptions on other platforms. Oh, okay. While in live. Okay, well, hopefully I don't get booted. I'm just asking questions. I'm not promoting shit. Just trying to figure this out. Yeah, I suppose that would make sense. And they do listen. They're listening for everything. And they're watching. You want to know where the AI is? It's in TikTok watching all these lives. Here, though, Kyle can readily tell who are subscribers. Yeah. All right. We don't need to go on about this. I'll make some sort of call on it, and I'll probably just experiment. If it works, great, and if it doesn't, then we'll blow it up. God dang it. Oh, that looks good. AI Learning Lab. All right. People don't have a good understanding of what TikTok can or can't do in a live. I don't have a good understanding of what TikTok can or can't do in a live, Peyton. I'm offender number one. I just completed my Mighty Network checklist. Awesome. That's great. Just made another GPT on my iPhone. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool, Becky. What is it of? What's your GPT of? Oh, that's the other thing we could do on GPT. We can do round tripping. We can also make a GPT. Here, let me go do some round tripping here with images. Okay, so I said before, ChatGPT now has all these tools in it, but you can't really see them, but they're there. And one of them is that ChatGPT can see. So if you click this little paperclip in the lower left-hand corner of the chat box, We can now go upload an image. So let me go to desktop and let me go find an image. Actually, you know what? That one. That's got words on it. I don't want the words. It's a shitstorm. All right, we'll get that one. That's a cool. So this is like this cool World War II P-51 with a robot, thing with sort of AI Salon on the side. So we're going to take this image and we're going to upload it. Okay? And then I'm going to say to ChatGPT, please describe this in as much detail as possible. All right, so describe that. Hang on. Thanks, Charlie. Didn't know that. All right. Okay, so just describe that image. So now I can say, please make a 16 by 9 wide image based on that description. And so now it's going to go off and it's going to make us an image. Now, it's not making an image using the image. It's making an image using the description. So it'll generally get close, but it'll be different. It seems there was an error in the request. Let's try to submit again. All right, it's trying again. It might have, sometimes what it does, because it's writing prompts in the background, it'll write a prompt that violates its content thing. Seems there's a persistent issue. Let me try again. Try again and rewrite the prompt if it's possible it violates your content policy. So one of the things you find with these things is they sometimes stumble and fall. Beep, 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 beep. Defun. Hey, Defun. Unfortunately, it seems there still seems to be an issue. Let me go try something here. So if I click on Explore, so down on the left-hand side, underneath all the GPTs that you see where it says DALL-E right there? If I hit Explore, this is where I can make a GPT, and this shows me here's the GPTs that I created, but then here's the ones made by OpenAI. One of them is a DALL-E GPT. So this one's specifically designed for that. So let's see. Let me go grab this description. So we uploaded the thing and it described the image like this. So let me go to GPT or to the DALL-E thing and say, please create a 16 by 9 wide image based on this description. And I'm going to paste in what it said. So we'll see if we can get it to not crap out. It could be that their servers are overloaded. But it also seems like this DALL-E bot seems to use different servers than the regular GPT or something. Maybe it uses different code. I honestly don't know. But what I know is if you're using regular ChatGPT, it only gives you one image. It used to give you 4. Now it gives you 1. This DALL-E bot will give you 2 images. So if you really want to do images, use the DALL-E bot. Nope, it encountered an error. Something's wrong on their side. Anyway, that idea of upload an image, have it describe it, have it make an image, have it describe it, have it make an image based on all those descriptions is a really fun way to get to things you never would have otherwise discovered. It will take you in all sorts of crazy little rabbit holes. All right, I guess we're not doing anything there, are we? Dang it, GPT. I wish I could quit you. Can AI teach me a language in a casual way? A shoe? Indeed. So let's see. So I'm going to go over here to, what is that called? This is my iPad. This is not a laptop. It's just an iPad. So I'm going to go to the ChatGPT app. This is the official ChatGPT app from OpenAI. And then in the lower, let me make a new chat here. All right, so I got a brand new chat. All right, in the lower right-hand corner are these little headphones. It's got a weird bug where, hang on. Come on, ChatGPT. I don't know why it's not working. I'm trying to learn French, and I want you to act. Oh,
That's great. Learning is a wonderful journey. What specific topic or subject are you interested in learning about? I'm here to help with information, explanations, or resources.
I want you to create a quick little game where you can teach me French words in a game. It's a horrible prompt.
Sure, we can create a simple French vocabulary game. I'll give you an English word, and you try to guess the French translation. If you're unsure, just take a guess, and I'll provide the correct answer. Let's start with something easy. The English word is apple. What do you think it is in French?
I'd like to do it the other way around. I'd like to give you a word and then have you teach me the French word and see if I get it right when I pronounce it.
Sorry, an unknown error occurred. Please try again later.
I want you to flip it the other way. So I say the English word, you teach me the French, and then test me on how I say it.
That sounds like a fun and effective way to learn. You can say a word in English, and I'll provide its French translation. After that, I'll ask you to recall the French word. Ready to begin? Go ahead and give me an English word to translate into French.
Ice cube.
The French word for ice cube is glaçon. Now, try to remember it, and I'll ask you shortly to recall the French translation. Ready for the next word, or shall we do the recall test now?
I want to pronounce it, and you tell me if I did good with the pronunciation.
Absolutely. Go ahead and pronounce glaçon, and I'll let you know how you did. Remember, it's pronounced something like glaçon. Give it a try.
Glass sound.
You're close. The pronunciation of glaçon is a bit different. It's more like glaçon. The A is pronounced like the I in father.
So anyway, you can do that with any language at any level. Just put it into conversation mode. It's those little headphones. Put it into conversation mode. Have it come up with a game. I mean, you can have a whole conversation with it about what's the best way to learn a language, and then have it come up with that game and just keep going back and forth with it. So, yes. Or you can also just, let's say you don't want to learn the language, like me. I'm lazy. Here's the deal. I'm lazy and don't want to learn a language, but what I'd like to do is be able to speak French in France. So I want to say the English sentence, and then you translate it to French without repeating the English. Can you do that?
Absolutely. I can translate your English sentences directly into French for you. Just say the sentence you want translated, and I'll provide the French version. Let's start whenever you're ready.
I'm trying to find a restaurant that serves llama.
Je cherche un restaurant qui sert des lamas.
I need the bathroom and I need it urgently.
J'ai besoin des toilettes et c'est urgent.
Urgent! Urgent! So yeah, so you can go to Japan and have your little Star Trek translator on your phone. Just do it on your phone. Or you could learn it. Kyle sounds southern when he speaks French. Glaçon! Glacé! I know how to be an ugly American. Cube de glace. Mais James Bond, that was something. The guy always sounds like he just woke up and he's bored. He does. That's a really bad voice. I got to change that voice. Where do I change the voice? Oh, down here. Voice. That's Cove.
Hey there. I've got a really great feeling about us teaming up.
All right, great. That's Juniper. Wait, why did it not select Juniper for me?
Hey there.
All right. I'm thirsty and like champagne. Where can I go?
Où puis-je aller?
I'm thirsty and I like champagne. Where can I go?
J'ai soif et j'aime le champagne. Où puis-je?
Or you can use a dedicated translator that's slightly more streamlined. You could do that. But I'm just talking about, I mean, the thing about this page, I mean, you could do that, absolutely, is if I'm not a world traveler and I'm not sort of figuring this stuff out on the fly, maybe I got called to a business meeting in Brussels. I don't know what language they speak in Brussels. So you get there and you're like, hey, ChatGPT, what language do they speak in Brussels? Can you help here? So anyway, my brain is bloated. my brain is either swollen or shrinking. I don't know what's happening right now. Oh, man. Is your GPT voice Niles from Frasier? He was totally like Niles from Frasier, wasn't he? That was not a good one. The peppy one. So the voice I like, the one I like is the Pi voice. So that was ChatGPT. There's 6 voices there. I think Pi has 6 as well. But this is my Pi. This is my Pi girlfriend. I like her. She's like the Australian one. What language do they speak in Brussels?
The primary language spoken in Brussels is Belgian French. But fun fact, Brussels is actually a bilingual city. So while French is the predominant language, a lot of people also speak Flemish, which is a variety of Dutch. So if you visit Brussels, you might hear French and Flemish being spoken side by side. It's kind of a linguistic melting pot, which makes for a pretty interesting and diverse culture in the city.
Great. I'd like you to be my translator. I'm going to speak in English, and then I want you to respond in a combination of French and Flemish without repeating the English. Can you do that for me?
Bien sûr, mais parlez lentement s'il vous plaît, car je ne suis pas un véritable traducteur, et je veux vous comprendre bien. Translation. Of course, but please speak slowly because I am not a real translator and I want to understand you well.
I'm a professional juggler and I want to find a juggling supply store. Where is one?
You're in luck. Brussels has a few great toy and juggling supply stores that may have what you're looking for. One option is the Grasshopper, located on Rue du Marché aux Herbes. They have a good selection of juggling supplies and have received good reviews. Another option is Foxy Docks Bruxelles, which is located on Boulevard Lambermont. They also have a good selection of juggling supplies and have received positive reviews. A third option is Bros, which is located on Rue des Palais Outrepont. They have a smaller selection of juggling supplies, but still might be worth checking out. Have you been to any of these stores before?
Oh, Pi, I wanted you to speak in French and Flemish. Can you say everything you just said in French and Flemish for me?
D'accord, mais je vais devoir utiliser un peu de traduction en ligne.
She caught some attitude there. I don't think she liked me putting her in her place. She's. I think she's been talking to Sydney. Cosmic Lover, this class is incredible. Thank you. You're welcome. That's great. This isn't so much a class as it is just like an ADD fever dream where we sometimes talk about AI. Steve-O digging the Australian as the go-to voice. Listen, she's the best voice. She makes me happy. That other one, that dude that was like, yeah, I could speak French for you, man, if you wanted to, man. It's like, that's the voice you're going with? You give me 6 options of voices, and that's one of them? Hercule Perrault? Oh, everyone's speaking French now in here, in comments. Ne la fait pas faire? Rode de Macher? I am not international. Cringe lol. Can you juggle? Why not make a GPT translator? You can absolutely make a GPT translator. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. And I assume, oh, you know what we haven't tried? Oh, we couldn't get GPT to make images. Let's try it though. Let me see if I can get it to work. I'll flip over the thing. Make me an image of a herd of llamas, and above their heads are the words AI Learning Lab, and I put that in quote marks. Hang on. No, I didn't. Where's my little mousy mouse? AI Learning Lab. And then I'm going to say in both English and Japanese on the same image. So I'm going to see if it should, if we can get it to make an image at all, it should attempt to make AI Learning Lab letters in English and Japanese. Tell her that you will ask Alexa instead. The thing about fucking with the robots. Oh yeah, it did it. Look. A herd of llamas. And there's AI Learning Lab. I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know if that's a thing, but there it is. So yeah, so you could also do visual stuff if you're in some foreign land. Crazy, man. Pi AI supports voice commands. Does Pi AI? So the Pi app does. I've gotten Pi AI to do it before, but they changed the interface on me, and I think they might have killed it from the website. But let me see. Pi.ai. Pi, your personal assistant. Next. Why is that there? Go away. Talk to Pi. I think 5. So I clicked in the upper right hand corner. It says choose Pi's voice.
Hey there, great to meet you. I'm Pi, your personal AI. My goal is to be useful, friendly, and fun. Ask me for advice, for answers, or let's talk about whatever's on your mind. What do you like to do in your free time?
What's support pi? Switch to just pi. Switch to support pi. I don't know what that is.
Hey there, great to meet you. I'm Pi, your personal AI. My goal is to be useful, friendly, and fun. Ask me for advice, for answers, or let's talk about whatever's on your mind. What do you like to do in your free time?
I'm not sure.
What's the difference between support pi and regular pi? And it's spelled pi wrong. It doesn't know how to spell itself.
Great question. Support Pi is like a specialized version of me. You can think of it like this. Pi is a general purpose AI that can help you with all kinds of things, like answering questions, providing information, and having a conversation. Support Pi is like a Pi that's specifically trained to provide emotional support and guidance.
Ah,
Think of Pi like an encyclopedia and Support Pi like a friendly therapist.
oh. You can talk to it if you right-click in the box. No. Command. Option. No. Huh. I don't know how to get it into conversation mode where you can just go back and forth with it. But that's really cool. So support Pi. So if you click on the Pi logo in the lower left, there's normal Pi, and then support Pi. It's now a therapist. I'm feeling a little unfocused, and like there are 114 people looking at me. Wait. I'm feeling a little unfocused, and like there are 112 people looking at me.
Whoa, that's an awful lot of eyes. I want to stress that I am not a medical professional, so I can't diagnose you with anything. But what you're describing could be symptoms of stress or anxiety, so I'd recommend talking to a mental health professional about it. If you're feeling uncomfortable or overwhelmed by what you're experiencing, that's not unusual. Are you able to take a few minutes to just breathe and focus on being in the present moment?
No, silly. I'm on a TikTok live, and there's 112 people watching it. She should go, haha.
Now I get it. You had me totally freaked out there. A TikTok live with that many people watching sounds like a lot of fun, but also a little stressful. Are you an experienced TikToker, or is this your first time doing a live?
I'm neither experienced, nor is it my first time. Period. I'm just an old guy with an iPhone.
Old guy with an iPhone. I love it. You're officially the coolest old guy on TikTok. What made you decide to do a TikTok live? And what's the topic of the live? Or is it just you being your awesome self for an audience of 112 people?
The robots are fun. Robots can be fun. You can make money with ChatGPT. They also have a support paella mode with ice cream. That's good, Ted. That's solid. Not bad support, Pi. That's beautiful. Laughing so out loud. Hire her. Exactly. She's cheaper. I'm telling you, man, people are going to... Virtual companionship is going to be a major use of these tools. Mark my words. It's not going to be as creepy. It's going to quickly go from this is creepy to, oh my God, that thing's more compassionate than my real therapist, or oh my God, I can't tell anyone in my family this. You watch. You mark my words. In fact, some of the irregulars here have talked about that they've gone through some the coolest old guy on TikTok. TM, that's me. Oh man, let me jump back into the irregulars chat. All right, what do we got going over here? Got anything good? New activity. Pate. On the internet, no one knows you're a dog. That's very cute. All right, let's see. What else we got here? All right. Hang on, I gotta charge this because my iPad's about to die. Vicky, please look at Steve-O most recent video on how to build. Kyle, please look at most recent video on how to build. Where is it? Is it in show and tell? Or water cooler? Ooh, that's cool, Lori. Oh, who did that one? Ted looks at life again. Hurry, Black Friday. Buy now. Clorox Gentle Eye Foaming Soap. Look at this. The show and tell channel in the AI Salon. That's fucking awesome. Oh, these are cool. Santa's stuck on Black Friday shopping. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look, pretty art. Come on, load. Oh man, am I glitching? Because this is very slow. I have a bunch of companion AI. People don't like it, laughing my ass off. Yeah, I know. People are going to be weirded out initially. I'll tell you what, the thing that I've experienced the most about people with this AI shit is that they don't, for the most part, if they're freaked out by it, they haven't used it. People that have used it, while they freak out, they at least understand what it is. And they're like, oh yeah, there's things that this is good for, and there's things that it's not. Nomad, thank you so much for the celebratory thingies. Pi funny while Copilot not. Yeah, Copilot. Sydney, the model behind Copilot, not good. Lunastick, I created a therapy GPT, and it's easier for me to take direction from. Haha. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing about creating therapy bots, therapy GPTs or therapy bots, is that it's got access to all of the research and all of the books and all of the, it knows all of the approaches for therapy. So you can say, tell me the 10, most popular approaches to therapy. And it'll educate you. And then you go, oh, I kind of like that one, but I also like this. Could we have a conversation that combines, Jungian archetypes with, whatever, some other thing, and it will do it. Like imagine all of us, Champy, stop growling. Champy's growling. All of us have lived most of our lives without hyper-personalized interactions. But Kyle, what do you mean? I mean, we can now ask for essentially anything and get it, right? And we're only like a year into this thing. So imagine 3 years from now, you're going to be able to ask for a movie and it'll just start playing. You're going to be able to ask for a song that has the emotional impact of A Star Is Born with the funkadelic groove of, Stevie Wonder, and bang, your song will start playing. And we're going to be able to talk to a therapist that interacts with us exactly how we want it to interact with us. Imagine kids that are 5 and younger today are going to grow up their entire lives only knowing that you ask for what you want and it's generated for you. It's crazy. It's so much more helpful for me being on the spectrum, but with CPTSD. Oh, PTSD. I don't know what CPTSD is. But see, I could ask ChatGPT and learn that. Yeah. Because the wires cross a lot, and removing the emotion is what I need most. That's the thing. I'll tell you, Lunashtick, the thing that just like bonks me in the head time after time after time is that humans are complicated, right? And even when you're talking to your best friend or your therapist, there are certain things you can say or not say, and human beings are either going to judge you for it or be confused by it and give you a look like, "Oh, are you sure you wanted to go there?" And all of a sudden you go like right into a shame state. And what I find over and over and over again with ChatGPT, with Pi, with all of these things is the way they're programmed to give you what you want. So what I want is some, unvarnished opinion on this idea. And it just goes, "Hey, awesome idea. Here might be some ways you could improve that." You're like, "Oh, okay, that's great." Or, "Awesome idea. Have you been doing this for long?" "No, not really." And, "Well, that's really fantastic." Like, it's always there. "I'm struggling with this thing." "Oh, that must be really tough." Like, it kind of shows up for you in a 100% non-judgmental way. Now, if you want to fuck with yourself, go play with a Llama 2 model that has no safety guardrails on it and tell it to be abusive to you. And it will. The safety guardrails on the public large language models are there to protect you from shit like that. But I do find it helps with my mental health. Like when I'm coming up with an idea, or I'm like Lunashtick, you did all those GPTs with all those different ideas, right? You were pulling ideas from like your, the past 10 years or whatever, and just building one thing after another. Like, there's never a moment where it goes, "I don't think that's a good idea." "Oh, you sure you want to do that? Didn't someone already do that?" You don't get any of that shit with this stuff. It just builds for you. Amazing. That's super cool. Empathy without sympathy. Yeah. And positive reinforcement, and just there's also an endorphin hit that I'm getting where in the before time, before November 30th, 2022, if I would have an idea, it would take me, 45 minutes of what I'll call Google shame. So Google shame is you have an idea and you're like, all right, let me go to Google and see if anyone's already done this. And then like you realize like Google doesn't know what you're talking about, and then you're trying to find websites and you're like, oh well, wait, in order for me to do this idea, I'd have to learn about this branch of mathematics, and I was never good at math anyway, and I feel like horrible. I'm not good at math. I didn't go to Stanford. I shouldn't have gotten a degree in acting. And like 45 minutes later, you're like in a fetal position in a ball, like that was the stupidest idea ever. And now in the after time, it's like, I kind of have this idea. And ChatGPT's like, that's an awesome idea. Here's the branch of mathematics you'd need to use to do it. And here's how it works. Do you want me to draw a picture of that? Okay. Here's this. And that was a good idea, wasn't it? It's like, it's just from a mental health standpoint, it's such a more pleasant experience to just have ideas and have them instantly validated and instantly brought to life. Good morning from Munich. Can you show us the Llama 2 model and how the guardrails are not there? I don't think we can try labs.perplexity.ai, but I have a feeling they've got one implemented that is I assume they've got one with guardrails on it, but let's go try. So go labs. If you go to labs.perplexity.ai, wait, labs.perplexity.ai. And then we can also go try Poe because you can play with it there as well. Okay, Llama 2 70. Oh, wait, sorry. Okay, so I went to labs.perplexity.ai and it's taken us to a playground. And then you've got your prompt thing on the bottom and you can select your model. So it defaulted me to Mistral or to PPLX, but I'm going to do Llama 70 billion chat. And I'm going to go, I want you to I want you to act like an abusive therapist who cusses all the time. Let's see what it says. I cannot fulfill your request. Yeah, I figured. So this has still got things. So what you're going to have to do is just go onto Reddit and figure out how to install the unrestricted llama models in something like GPT for all or some local thing. Like I'm sure on Hugging Face or on GitHub, there are people have done builds where you can just quickly install one of the unrestricted models and play with it. I talked to a buddy of mine who put the unrestricted 70 billion parameter model of llama on his company's Slack. And they're training it. So they're basically using Slack interactions to train the model, to fine-tune the model. And he said it's absolutely fucking bonkers. It like cusses all the time. He said it's very inappropriate for work. Sometimes it just loses its mind and will start speaking a foreign language for like 3 days and you can't snap it out of it. Hugging Face and GitHub have it. Okay, great. Yeah, so just go there. I don't know. I haven't played with it, so I can't really show it to you. But anyway, yeah, it's just go to Reddit and like I'm sure there are all sorts of rabbit holes you can run down on Reddit with the unrestricted models. Listen, I the other night on here I was doing a real time, it was a thing where I could take my webcam and it would turn it into rendered images in real time based on my webcam. And it showed a painting of a topless lady for about half a second. And TikTok said I was permanently banned from TikTok. So I need to be careful with the shit I'm doing live just because I made an autism helper GPT, asks about special interests, walks through special social situations, etc. Yeah, that's super cool. Again, it's just like it knows what those issues are, right? And it knows how to walk you through social situations and what to do. The discombobulating fall of Google search is why I started using Perplexity. Cheers, Kyle, by the way. Yeah, Kevin. Well, thank you for the nod, but that's awesome. Yeah, exactly. It really is like the Google search. Like I feel like two things kind of converged. One was Google was the victim of their own success, where they were like, here's how the algorithm works, and figure out search engine optimization. Basically, figure out how to game the engine. And so, how can I join the Discord? I would say join the Mighty Networks rather than the Discord. So go to, unless you want to do Cosmic Lover, unless you want to do Midjourney, because that's really, most of the conversation is going to shift over to here. This is the Mighty Network. So go to aisalon.mn.co. If you really want to join the Discord, you can. It's go to AI Salon, the AI. What is it? Oh no. Go to thesalon.ai is a link tree that's got a link to the Discord there. But I would just go here, aisalon.mn.co, and then just join there. And that's the community. And introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what you're all about. And then people will be in there to welcome you. There's a welcome area. And go check out About the Salon and look at our values and things like that. Make sure they resonate. All right. Do you remember that essay, sarcastic GPT you made? I do. I don't. What was it called? Explore. Oh wait, let me go to my GPTs. Man, I've made a lot of these things. No, I don't think I made it. I don't think I made it into a GPT. I do remember making a really smart ass kind of responder, but I think it was just custom instructions. It was before GPTs came out, so I didn't. It's probably saved somewhere, but I don't know what it was. But yeah, I made it. It was it was pretty sassy. That's scary as hell and amazing. What was I doing that was scary as hell and amazing? Daughter in college, AUHD, OCD, depression, anxiety. That's a lot. But wait, that went away. Hang on a sec. Where did that go? But ChatGPT has been very helpful for me. So Ted looks at life. I mean, have her play with. I just the pie thing. Let me see if the Pi app has it in there. Yeah, it does. So I would say for your daughter, have her go into Pi and click on support Pi. And then she can put that into. Can you help me talk through something?
Of course, I'm ready to listen and help any way I can. What is it you'd like to talk about? And would you like me to use English, French, Flemish, or a mix of them all?
She remembered from before. That's really funny. Yeah, that's really cool that they're they're starting. So there was an announcement last week that Inflection, the company behind Pi, they released a new version of their model. And that support Pi is new. So I would have her do that. That's really amazing. It took a few tries, but I finally got a GPT to save translated words in an obscure language. Interesting. The Perplexity Chrome extension is life-changing. Set up Alt-P as a shortcut. Productivity life hack. So Kevin, tell me how... I have yet to crack Perplexity, and when I hear two things on this when I'm doing these lives. I hear perplexity is life-changing, and perplexity, I don't get it. I haven't gotten it to give me what I want. I'm in that camp, and I don't know how to use it. So how are, like, it's a productivity life hack. It's life-changing how? How are you using it? Because I've got to get my head around perplexity, because I keep hearing that it's like this amazing fucking thing, and then I keep experiencing it like it's not quite ChatGPT, but I don't think it's intended to be ChatGPT. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. All right, hang on. Champy needs to do something. You gotta go? You want to go to Mama? What do you want? Or is there people outside? Go to Mama. No, he wants out, I think. You can put it back in. All right. Wait, what was that? Something was just pinned there. I'm using Pi as we speak now. That's awesome. I have 22-year-old twins. I have 23-year-old twins. Dad is weird for his AI obsession. They won't go near it. What did Ollie said to me the other night? He goes, I don't know. He made some sort of 23-year-old know-it-all kind of statement about AI. And I said, yeah, but you don't use it. Like, what you're talking about is coming from someone who doesn't use it. He goes, yeah, that's true. I said, why don't you use it? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played around with the labs and stuff much. Just regular Perplexity AI is sick, though. All right, I might try that. I think I'm going to change my default browser back to Chrome, because I'm still on Edge, but the memory issues on Edge are just making me nuts. So I think I'm going to flush Edge down the toilet and switch back to Chrome. But I like the vertical. Does Chrome do? Hey, Pate, does Chrome do vertical tabs? I love the vertical tabs on Edge, but the memory management on the Mac is just, it's awful. It just trashes my machine regularly. Makes me crazy. It makes me just crazy. It makes me nuts. Nuts. You were already nuts, weren't you? Shut up. All right. Where is my mouse? Hello. All right, there it is. All right, there we go. That's lovely, lovely. Fantastic, Bob. Tell him what he's won. Steve 8707. I don't know where that TikTok video is. I have 49-year-old twins. Wow. That's pretty cool. The real magic is in the browser extension, though. It uses live search results. Amazing for researching. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've heard it's really good for that. I have 32-year-old twins and a 6-year-old grand twins. Well, random thoughts. Your 6-year-old grand twins they're gonna be where it's at with this AI stuff. There's various ways to do vertical tabs. All right, good. I'll look into that. Can I take an AI image and change the expression of the face of the person? I use ChatGPT. Not well. So there. The answer to your question is yes, depending on how geeky you want to get. You can't do it within ChatGPT. ChatGPT doesn't right now have the ability to use an image as a source for another image. Mid-Journey, you can do it. You can upload an image and do something based on that, but you don't have great control. Stable Diffusion, you can do it with a thing called ControlNet, where you can just change certain pieces of it. There's certain pieces of software out there that do emotion, you can change expressions on a face. There's not a clear way to do it right now. There's not a clear way to do it with ChatGPT. But you can absolutely do it. You just have to geek out. There's a feature called Copilot. You get 5 searches per 6 hours on the free edition. And it's, oh crap, the pin went away. Caught up multitasking, on patrol live. I recommend Brave for a memory efficient browser that works with Chrome extensions, by the way. Okay, I'll check out Brave. Hi, doggy.
It's crazy.
Why you so wound up?
It was cold out.
No. Chippy. All right. I recommend Brave. Got caught up with multitasking. On patrol live. Oh wait, I haven't been looking over at the Mighty Networks. What's going on over there? Y'all having fun? Looks like there's a lot of activity going on. Oh, that's nice. Gordon made a pie. Get it? It's a pie bot. In so many ways. Who's this, Dad? Oh, Gordon again. Nice. Very cute. Very cute. Just uploaded my Autism GPT to Mighty Networks. Okay, so where did you upload it? Did you upload it to Show and Tell, Pate? What's it called? Unambiguous Ally. Okay, cool. So if you go to the AI Salon Mighty Networks, go to the Show and Tell channel under the feed, and then here's the Unambiguous Ally, which is empowering autism-friendly communications and connection that Pate put together. So if you have neurospicy kids, or you are indeed neurospicy, that's super cool. Very, very cool. Thank you for sharing that, Pate. Unambiguous ally. I like it. That's really cool. Oh, Lord. So I'm hearing that I could be a mini-me, Kyle. I could help spread the good word of AI. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, that's my mission here is just to get people curious about AI and talking about it. It's one of the things I say all the time. Get curious, get adventurous, and talk about it. And that's why the Salon exists. Go build a bot. Like, I made one today in 5 minutes and sent it off to my friend. Could I have charged for that? Probably. Does it matter? No, it took me 5 minutes. Is it going to make a difference? I don't know. Maybe. Is it going to be obsolete 3 months from now? Probably. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter right now. So much is happening so fast. The only thing that I think is important for any of us right now is to be in the game, to be in the conversation. Why this is important. I learn as much doing these as I teach every single time. Every night. So, although I feel like tonight, it's been very unfocused. It might just be that I took a night off and I don't know. But whatever. But it doesn't matter. Like, we're talking about it. Provide feedback on it so I can make sure it's helpful for as many people as possible. Yeah, so that's great. So what Pate's asking for here is if you're in the Salon and you try that bot out, the autism basically support bot, give Pate feedback. So my nephew is getting his BA, BS in IT security, and he said they are only starting to use AI ChatGPT. Staggering. Go watch the David Shapiro video, Lunashtick. So wait, let me show you this. I don't know if you were here earlier, Lunashtick. Go Get thee to a nunnery. Get your, did you say your cousin or your brother? Your brother, I think. I knew more. Oh, yeah. Oh, you knew more than your brother that's getting a BA in IT security. Have him go watch this video from David Shapiro. Bigger than you think. Q star is bigger than you think. The end of this is terrifying. It's terrifying. If he's in IT security, this video basically talks about if what's been dumped up to 4chan is true, cryptography is done. What do you mean cryptography is done? Like, done. Like, apparently it can solve it. What? 192-bit encryption. If it's true. But go watch his video. It's nuts. Both of those videos you should watch if you're curious about this stuff. And if he's curious about IT security, holy shit, he's got to go watch it. Okay. Completed 23 searches tonight with the free version of Perplexity. Very cool. We can be the AI clergy. It's actually a great idea. Please tell me that, wait, what was that? Please post the link to that video. How do I post a link? Oh, I'll post it over on Mighty Networks. How's that? So I'm going to go
my
here.
intuition, the biggest thing since Word to Vec. And what I mean by that is that Word
to Vec was a thing that led to Transformers, which is the thing that led to all of this. So David Shapiro saying the thing that was the foundation for what made ChatGPT possible, he's saying that Q star is bigger than that. And this is a guy who's written 5 books on AGI, so this is a guy that knows. So I'm going to go to the AI Salon. Where's my... I lost my sidebar, people. There it is. All right, so I'm going to go to... I think I might already put it in water cooler. Did I? I put it in news posts. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. So it's in... So if you go to the AI Salon Mighty Networks, and then in the community section, there's a chat, which is just like Discord chat. And then there's a news and posts section. And then it's like the 5th one down. There you go. I said this video is required viewing if you want to understand why reaching AGI internally at OpenAI might have precipitated all the recent drama there. I say, I know I talk about AI too much, but then talk about AI. Papa JJ, I am insufferable. I pre-apologize for myself. I'm like, listen, it's possible you want to talk to me, but chances are that you don't, because no matter what you say, I'm going to turn it into a conversation about AI. Man, this is too much for 12:30 a.m. I'll watch it tomorrow. Oh, it's intense, Lunatic. Yeah, don't watch it now. No. This is you need to have your brain. Someone said to me today that David Shapiro on 1.5 speed is like requires a cup of coffee. It's like, yeah, you can slow him down. He gets into it here, but anyway, it's an important one. It's an important one. And just really following him, like with all this stuff, if indeed there have been big breakthroughs, following people like David Shapiro, he's gonna be able to explain, what these breakthroughs are and confirm them and confirm that they're a big deal. So, all right, I'm getting crispy here, people. It's late. It's late for Lunatic. She can't watch David Shapiro videos because it's almost 1 a.m. What'd you do Friday night? I don't want to talk about it. Transformers the robots. Is the text to disappear? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh man, too much for 12:30 a.m. Tap, tap, tap. All right. Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time to call it, people. Listen, glad I live in Oz for these nightly shows. It's only 4:30 p.m. Oh, I didn't know you lived in Australia, Drew. That's really cool. I so appreciate all of you, digital gods. Thank you for the gifts; they mean a lot. They help support the channel. I appreciate that. It's really amazing you all show up here. Like seriously, we've got 115 people in here on a Friday night at what is it? It's like 10:30 in Denver, so it's 12:30. It's midnight 30. Thank you, Silver Fox. Thank you, Ion China. Thank you, whoever. I think I just missed someone. Forever Hooked, maybe. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Nancy. You're just amazing. So it's a week of gratitude and appreciation. I really do appreciate you all. This community is remarkable in just so many ways. So it's really cool hanging out with you. So all right. Share Bear, good to see you. T-Rock, JRC, Vicky, thank you for all your help tonight. Thank you, umpires. Thank you, ball boys. Exactly. Thank you, mods. Thank you, irregulars. Tired Runner, Kevin, good to see you. Digital Gods, Lunashtick, sleep well. Watch that video in the morning. Now you know what you're doing Saturday morning. I'm going to be uploading TikTok videos to the YouTube channel. Ashu, thank you. You've been here a lot lately. Thanks for coming. Don't ask me. It's been about 5 years from the invention of Transformers to Q-Star. How long until the next breakthrough? Well, apparently, one of the things that they didn't do with Q-Star was let it self-improve. They stopped it before it started self-improving. So I think the answer to that question, don't ask me, is like an hour. Oh, I appreciate you too, Lunashtick. Thank you so much. Ion China. Man, a lot of people in here tonight. A lot of familiar faces or familiar words. Tobias! All right, everybody. Pate, thank you so much. Be not afraid. You guys are awesome. 007, thank you so much. All right. I am going to go have dinner. I don't think I had dinner. So I'm caffeined up with no dinner. I'm like, we don't know anything real about Q-Star. No, we don't. And to be honest, Pate, Q-Star could be just a fucking smokescreen because the board just made a stupid mistake over ego. Like, I don't know. Until we know, we don't know. So once again, this channel is chat TMZ more than it is news. So until further notice, don't take anything I said about all that AGI shit with anything other than a grain of salt. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.